Now, President Cyril Ramaphosa is today expected to address a national rally at Kees Taljaard Stadium in Middelburg in Mpumalanga to celebrate National Freedom Day, which ranks amongst the most important holidays on the South African calendar. It's a day on which all South Africans cast their vote in the first democratic elections 28 years ago. Earlier, we spoke to Nkatla Khatlan.
A hive of activities here in Middelburg, Mpumalanga, where the 28th celebration of Freedom Day is officially taking place. What I can tell you is that at this particular moment, the tent is filled up with people. You can see that today is quite an important day. But with me, I have an important guest here, Mama Nosinki Mahlangu. Mama Nosinki Mahlangu, can you just talk to us, the importance of this day?
Ilanga lanamhlanje kimi liqakatheke khulu. Ngizwa ngijabule khulu namba ngazi ukuthi ngelilanga nami ngizagcina ngilapha. Leli langa ngizibona ngimkhulu. Ene ngiyajabula. Ngili artist nginosinki. Ngili artist ngiyagwala, ngiyaphothela, ngiyaperforma nokita ngiyakita. No uzibona ngila. Ngibona ngijabule khulu dana ngazi ukuthi ngintengithini ofungibambela iphezulu ofungenzeni angazi ukuthi ngingathini ngijabule khulu bantu bekethu.
Mama sitshele besikhuluma nabantu abancane earlier basitshela ukuthi bayakhala bathi 28 years on abantu abadala bathi hey, it's a big day, it's a great day. Abantu abancane bathi hayi thina aziboni nix. We don't know why we should celebrate this day.
Hey, mina ngiyayibona inkululeko ngiyayibona ukuthi ngisaphi ngiyabona ukuthi njenganje ingithethe kuphi ingilethe kuphi ngoba isikhathi esidluleko besingakholwa ukuthi singafika lapha esifike khona. Mina ngiyibona iqhakatheke khulu inkululeko kimi ngoba na ingithethe le yangibeka la ngiyibona iqhakatheke khulu mina inkululeko kimi ngiyayibona ukuthi vele nje sokuphumelela siye phambili sokufika lapha esifuna ukufika khona.
Ngiyabonga mama. There you go, Desiree. Mama Mahlangu saying that this is a quite important day for her, saying that, she remembers, what happened at that time. As an artist, she says it's a quite important day, but with me, I'm with the mayor here, Umamulia. Thank you so much for your time, Amli. Just talk to us about the significance of this day. I mean, earlier we spoke to a couple of people. Some, saying that, especially the elderly, saying that, it's a quite an important day. They took us through where they were from and where we are, saying that back then they couldn't even cast their vote, and now they can cast their vote. But young people saying, as much as it's important, but as young people, they have nothing to show. Unemployment is rough, the level of poverty. They also mentioned service delivery.
Thank you very much, and good morning to the viewers. Indeed, it is quite a historic and a beautiful day, the 27th of April. We know where we come from, but where we are saying we must defend the gains of our democracy, because all these things that are happening outside here, some seeks to sabotage the democracy that our elders fought for a very long time. We're excited that His Excellency the President is coming to Nkangala. This is Nkangala district where I'm executive mayor, together with his cabinet and all the guests of the president, and we are quite excited that he has chosen Steve Tshwete in particular. Steve Tshwete has got its own history in terms of our democracy, and where we are still saying to the young people, they must not lose hope. Our democracy is still maturing, and there are a lot of challenges that we are facing. With all these global challenges, you are bound to have issues of high unemployment rate, high inequality, high of poverty, because we are linked with the global world. And if the global world is not stable, of course South Africa is not going to be stable. And we are so grateful of this day in particular, because we are celebrating our constitution, we are celebrating our culture. In Ekangala, izingwenyana mezithabile, bantwana bayakhamba, so there is a lot of activities. and we're grateful that we have survived COVID, and we continue to caution our people that COVID still lives with us, and we are urging every one of us that let's take precautionary measures, follow the protocols of COVID. If you have not vaccinated, vaccinate, because we really want to find ourselves in an active economy. An active economy is where our people are participating and are getting back to their work and starting their business afresh. And we are really excited of our democracy in South Africa because we deserve it. And it's something that we should cherish all the time, in spite of all the challenges that we have, because where our elders come from, it was quite a difficult situation. And where we are, we know that it was not going to be an easy route, but what we are saying, let's all have hope and move forward in making sure that we defend this gain of this democracy and do not allow anything that will regress us back to where we're coming from. We want to move back, want our young people to be part of this democracy and contribute positively, so noting that there are so many challenges, issues of drugs in the lives of our young people, graduate not getting employment, but what is it that joined together we can do to make this South Africa a better country for everyone?
Another reality is the issue of service delivery. You guys went out last year during local government elections, campaigning, promising South Africans a lot. They complained about service delivery. You guys came out loudly saying that your priority will be to deal with service delivery. They are still complaining, Mayor.
Yes, you are quite correct. Remember, we're just finishing the financial year, the previous administration financial year. And we as a district in particular, we are focusing on planning. We are excited that the Department of the DWS is also giving us huge project, because in Nkangala in particular, we have a serious challenges of water in terms of the municipality of Thembisile and Dr. J.S. Moroka. And our plan is that in the next 36 months, we must be focusing on putting the plan of delivering water services to Dr. J.S. Moroka in Thembisile permanently so. We have a big project that we call the Low-Scope project. That Low-Scope project is going to give us a millions of water that is going to be abstracted to go to Thembisile in the Mooi River Dam. The Mooi River Dam, we constructed it in the previous administration. So that dam needs a source, and that source will be able to take water right from Thembisile, and the people of Dr. J.S. Moroka shall also receive in that source. And we're excited that the DWS has also, because we're living in a neighboring country of Limpopo, the municipalities that are surrounding us in Nkangala, your Dr. Elias Mtswaledi in particular, the Sekhukhune district, is going to receive a portion of water in that. There is also an added project of making sure that we build a treatment plant. Our plan for this 36 months is to focus on Dr. J.S. Moroka. And of course, there has been an issue in Victor Kanye for the waste water treatment plant, which DWS has came in through the DDM project that the President has announced, and we are now implementing it come this financial year as we start in the 1st of July. That will be fixing the water waste treatment plant of Victor Kanye in these 36 months. And not forgetting the fact that these things might be project, maybe our people might not have a lot of benefit towards it. And of course, we are championing the fact that this project should be shared amongst our people. In Nkangala district in particular, we intend to have Steve Twede, Arnold, a fire academy that will take a lot of young people. And we are preparing our young people to be able to be accommodative and to be able to be available to go to that academy for the skill of fire, because we are also looking at the issues of global warming, where we need to prepare ourselves in terms of disaster. Therefore, we are building that fire academy in making sure that we have a lot of instructors, a lot of young people that will be going in their training, comprehensively training in terms of disaster. And that would be the state-of-the-art institution that will also accommodate the entire province, because we know that in Mpopo they don't have it. It's only KZN and Cape Town that they do have it. But in the Mpumalanga and the surrounding, we don't have a fire academy, which is one of those most projected that we're saying we are going to involve our people in making sure, particularly young people, to get into that space and start participating in the economy and in the work of the government.
Be that as it may, Minister, just one last question from me. during campaigns, the message that you guys spread gave an impression to South Africans that vote for us. After November, you start seeing change. And now you are here, you are talking about the end of a financial year. Aren't you worried that, the message that spread, it leads to people losing hope on the current government which was fought for, and the current, democracy that was fought for, and a lot of people, died?
The reality is that you wouldn't have come and do something. You needed to look, what is it that the previous administration has done? Where is their plan? We needed to capacitate the plan so that that plan, when it's rolled out, it's a plan that it's on motion, rather than wanting to come in and only to find that your plan now at disarray and in all those sorts. So we said in these 3 months we must work comprehensively in making sure that we put our DDM stream projects in accordance and come first and implement, noting the fact that some of them we do not have resources. That is why we are here to request and lobby the president that please help us through the national government, through the infrastructure investment project, that these other plans are well resource funded and implemented. Indeed, the administration that has just finished its term and its financial year is coming to an end now, they've done a lot, but there is a lot that still needs to be done, noting that there are emerging challenges that are happening in our society, and which our plan should be comprehensive and deal with all those challenges. We have committed to our people. We have signed a pledge with the president that indeed we must be action-orientated government, rather than saying we're planning. We have done with the planning stage. All of us is to implement. Where we don't find resources, seek resources through investment, through requesting the president in his project of infrastructure to make sure that our plans are implemented. The plans are in place, are in ready. We've been just to the IDP program where we have requested all departments that in all their funded projects for this financial year and phase project must be part of our IDP, so that we work together with the stream of the DDM.
One last question from me before I let you go. What is your message to young people that have lost, hope in this government?
All we want to say that the system of education, it's something that we have to look into it. Whether does it produce graduates that are able to come out and say, I am graduated and I want to start something and I want to do something, rather than being a graduate that seeks employment. South Africa needs more of those that are intellectual, that are entrepreneurs, that will be able to build our economy through the skills of knowledge. We are going to be going to a policy conference to look into the issues of the education system. Whether does it deliver the intentions of our country in building our economy. And we're saying to young people, all is not lost. We know that they are graduate. We need to develop the intellectuality, and young people with wise mind, they must come forward with their plans, their proposal, and see through this DDM what is it that we can do so that we take our government and our society into another level. I think it is possible. They must just not lose hope, because this country belongs to them. We are phasing out, they must be coming in, and they must be ready to do that.